Nappy Dreamer.
And I'm Kia Blaine.
And we are the Melanin Mindset. What's good, everybody, and welcome if it's your first time viewing. Welcome back if you're returning. I'm the Nappy Dreamer.
And I'm Kia Blaine.
And we are the
Melanin Mindset.
Forget it. At this point, for the holidays, we're recording a clip. It goes in. That's it. Done. Done. It's over. We're finished. We've tried for a year straight. It's not worked. Cool beans. Here we go. So with that, if you're not already subscribed to our YouTube channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button and turn on those notification bells so you can be among the first to know when the Melanin Mindset goes live. Find us out there on Facebook, the Melanin Mindset, alongside Twitter and Instagram at Melanin Mindset _. We're also on TikTok, the Melanin Mindset. So if you'd like to know everything the Melanin Mindset has going on, how we are moving and shaking, moving and grooving, please plug in where you can. All right, so friend, go ahead and do that thing that you do.
Well, guys, can you guys believe it's episode 4 already of season 2? Like, I feel like that happened really fast.
Yeah.
I don't even remember doing these last 4 episodes, but okay. Today, as the title says, we are talking about adultifying little black girls. So, like we like to start off with a good definition. Adultify means to treat a non-adult like an adult. And more importantly, what we're talking about is treating a non-adult like an adult for something that they like just naturally do. Right?
Valid.
So, I mean, the conversation kind of came up on the last episode when we were talking about how acting fast and stuff like that. And what does that actually look like, and why do we impose that upon young black girls, especially little ones, and they're just looking at you confused? But it's like, okay, I won't do that no more, but why? They don't understand why, right?
Right.
So what is your experiences growing up, friend, with was you considered fast?
No, I wasn't. I was not considered fast at all.
Was you mouthy?
I'm gonna just say in my house, in my family, it was a standard. There was a standard. It was kind of clear, so I can't really say no. Like talking back and do all of that extra stuff, nah.
Not even talking back. Like sometimes I just remember, like, not even personally, but I have friends who have kids, and sometimes the things I hear them say to their kids, I'm like, child, leave that girl alone. She is not, it's not like that. I see a yes over there. Somebody said you was mouthy, but
that's my mom. So I guess if that's what she's going,
I know you heard this one before. Stay in a child's place.
Oh.
Have you found it yet? I use MapQuest and Google, and I still don't know where the child's place is.
Have no idea what a child's place is. Apparently, a child's place is somewhere way off the map.
Can y'all tell me where I need?
Yeah, comment down below if you know exactly where a child's place is.
Where is a child's place? I know what store a children's place is. That where we were supposed to go all this time? But see, if your mama, daddy, auntie, uncle, grandma, grandpa told you stay in a child's place, and you said, well, where is that? How many teeth would you have? Like, and as a 7, 8, 9-year-old, that would be a sincere question. Stay in a child's place. Now, you have been around my nephew. I feel like that's one of the questions he would ask. Where is that, Aunt Kia?
Now hold up, friend. So, like, be for real, right? So if a kid is to ask a question, I'm gonna just go bare bones here. A kid asking a question to an adult is just like just I can't even. Your message threw me off, friend. I'm sorry.
started it.
You may bare bones. A kid asking an adult a question has often been deemed inappropriate. So if I say, and not if I say, because I'm definitely not that auntie. Now I check them. Don't get me wrong, but I listen to them jokers too. I let them get it off their chest. It is what it is. Like, long as it's not aimed at me, you can raise your voice. You can yell, scream, holler, carry on, fuss, say what you got to say. I don't personally care. I don't feel offended by it. Why? Because I have feelings too. So let's. But no, bare bones, a child asking an adult a question has often been deemed inappropriate. Like, you don't question an adult. Yeah, I was about to say, let's get to these comments because they're coming in.
So we know this is not a child's place in an adult conversation.
Okay, so we know where a child does not belong. Okay. A child that is an adult in an adult's conversation, which
all right.
was okay.
So, all right. So we know this part.
Okay, got it. Okay.
Not in a child's place.
So a kid asking a question to me is not an issue. My issue is when you ask a question and I answer and then it perpetuates. And by that, I mean it goes left. I will hear you out, don't get me wrong. But if this is a directive, it's not negotiable necessarily. Like if I say go pick up your clothes and you're like, well, can I do it later? I'm not offended by that. Because sometimes I don't want to.
The answer's going to be no.
Right. But see,
I'm
for
not
me,
offended by the answer. But the answer would be no. If I wanted you to do it later, I would have said do it later.
Right. And so, but the thing is, for me though, if it's a moment where it's not life or death and it doesn't matter, honestly, because I'm not telling you to do it as a contingency to us progressing in our day. I know me as an adult. I don't want to pick up junk half the time. So it's like, I need you to put them clothes up. Can I do it after I finish this episode? I don't care. You get what I'm saying?
Now for me, it depends. Because if this is something I've been looking at over some time, and I tell you to pick it up now,
that's true.
No, because you done sat here and let it sit here for how long?
That's true.
I should not have had to tell you to pick it up. So now if I have to interject and say pick it up, no, not wait until you're done. No, do it now. And with kids, 9 times out of 10, it's something that's gonna take 5 seconds.
That's valid. That's valid. I think for me, more or less, I'm referring to, like, let's say we doing laundry and I need you to get your clothes and put them up. I'm referring to that. But no, if something has carried on, like I said, if something perpetuates, then my patience is a little thinner. You know what I mean? But if it's like I'm asking you to do a task right now while I'm doing something and you're just like, let me finish the episode. Well, all right, but you better not forget. Because see, if you forget, then we got beef. You know what I mean? Like, you forget, we got beef. Let's see here. A child asking a question to an adult. An adult does not know the question, sometimes gets upset, and we just need to tell them we'll get back to them. That's fair.
Yeah. And that is something that I do feel like, especially in the melanated community, we ain't got no patience with no kids. But sometimes, like, I know for me, I don't know. I feel like my kids growing up, just, they didn't see the signs. Like, I feel like I used to could sense my mother's irritation.
You could smell it.
My kids do not. They do not. I have to literally tell them, look, I don't feel like it right now. Come back later. Like, they don't sense it. I could just be like, wow, y'all really can't tell that. I'll just be sitting there in my head thinking like, they really don't see I'm irritated right now. Okay, y'all. So we'll talk about this later. I don't feel like it right now. Because it's like, they don't get it. I feel like they don't see the signs. And then when they do see certain signs and they be like, oh, mommy ain't with it today, usually I'm fine. So maybe I have a problem expressing myself.
So I'm with Stan. Sometimes I would agree. Sometimes the issue for the communication aspect in that sense, you know, we starting off a little light. The problem could be questioning the authority. Like, I ask you to do this thing, and because I ask you, now you assume that it was optional. And with that, I got problems because it was not a choice. Why is this not picked up yet? So yeah,
I got a story. You know, I got a story. You know, I be having stories.
Go for it, friend. Go for it.
I remember the little one, number 5. I don't even remember what I told her to get. I might have told her to pick something up or get something off the steps. And that little joker looked at me and said, why I got to do the stuff that you, why do I have to do your work? And so I looked at her, and it was like she immediately regretted the question that fell out of her mouth. Mm-hmm. And I said, so if I told you to do it, it's not my work, it's yours. Valid. And that was the end of that. That was the end of that. But it was like she asked me, and you could, it was almost like, I don't know what the look of my face was, but she immediately knew, yep, that wasn't a good question.
Now, you know, all
like
my stories.
She was like 4.
You know, all my stories and commentary are aimed at my nieces and nephews because there's so many of them. But I gotta give them credit. I gotta give them some kudos because it's almost like I could look and they can sense. So they have a really strong sense of this is not my opportunity to ask if I can wait. Or they can tell, like if I'm saying, all right, that bed needs to be made up. I don't think I've ever heard them ask me, can I stay in the bed longer or can I finish doing this? I've never heard that. But like I think they're really, really good judges of when it's that time and when it's not, which I appreciate. I absolutely appreciate it. So yeah, they're really good judges. I don't think I have no stories like that either. They've not.
Yeah, only that little one. That little one tried me one time.
Yeah,
and she regretted it instantly, but she was fine. I let her live. I spared her that time.
Oh, Father.
She was number 5. I had got a little soft by then. Cause you know now it's not common. We're not giving no kids no explanation.
No,
not at all.
Now,
I'm just saying, historically,
yes,
we're not giving no explanations. It's just because I said so.
Facts.
Because I said so.
Or I'm mama.
Mm-hmm.
Then, well, I'm auntie, I guess.
Because I said so. But let's get more on what we're talking about. We're more so talking about little girls and them being adultified.
Especially
and what we mean by that,
girls.
Especially little black girls. And what we mean by that is like there is these certain things that you say, oh, don't let her do this, don't let her do this, or she's looking fast, or she's acting fast. Like there's all, you know, with all these clothes now, they're making the clothes for kids look just like the clothes for adults. So it's like, all right, if the child is wearing a certain outfit or certain, it's too fast or it's too grown. But it's like, how is it too grown if it's 2T? Like it's a size 2T. What makes it too grown?
Listen,
she don't have nothing grown for it to be grown. So what makes it grown?
Listen, I'm gonna talk about my brothers. When I was younger, one of my first jobs was at Toys R Us, right? And I worked at Toys R Us, and then a subsequent job was Macy's. And I worked in the children's clothing area. And with all my nieces and nephews, you know, I was always bringing clothes home. And so in the area of clothes, like I used to like to put my little nieces in these cute little skirts and tank top. My brothers were not going for that. They would not let them wear tank tops. They wouldn't let them wear shorts. None of that.
And then they live in Florida? Like, why?
I don't know. I wish they were online so they could tell us. But I don't know. They were not for that. For the little girls wearing the tank tops and the shorts and stuff.
And shorts.
Yep.
In Florida.
Nope.
Very interesting.
And that was when they were small. Like now they wear their shorts and stuff like that. But I don't know how much beef they got with it now because you know all of them are little teenagers at this point. But yeah, when they were little girls, like tiny little girls, no, they wouldn't. They did not like when I put them in tank tops and shorts and stuff.
And
Let's see. In my time, it was. Go ahead. Sorry, go ahead. No, I'm reading the comments. We got comments coming in.
And I think part of this comes from life up until most recently has been predominantly run by men. The making of things, these companies that make the clothes, these companies that decide what is this, all of these things that determine what's for boys and what's good. It's always been
men. They set those standards.
Men that set those standards.
Victoria's Secret is a man.
I feel like this is a man's like we tell our girls not to dress a certain way because of how we feel men are gonna look at them. Now,
Right.
sometimes it's because we know we got a judgmental ass auntie or grandmama or something. Like, you going over your grandmama's house, girl, put on a long dress and a sweater. You know, that type of thing. Because again, back in their day, women were supposed to look like this. Women are supposed to dress like this. I just watched this little documentary series not too long ago. I didn't even finish it, but it was about a cult, basically.
Oh.
And the way these women dressed, like this person who was supposed to be God's messenger, told them, you know, they had to have these intricate updos, they had to have these dresses that came up to here, they had to have on these long flowy dresses with the slip and everything. And it was a man who said this is how the woman is supposed to dress. But it's like, why?
Bro, what was it? We were watching that makeup industry thing on, I think it was on HBO Max back in the day, where they talked about, not back in the day, it was just like a few months ago. Where they were talking about people having the breakouts and reactions to all these different products, or this is how they use these products in this era, so on and so forth. Like how they used to rouge their knees. Why? Because it was risque to show some knees, but it started with the ankles. And it was a guy who set the standard that the dress had to come down that far, and it was sexy to show a little ankle. You know what I'm saying? Like,
I really feel like the problem is men. Like, these the ones that somebody need to investigate what they be thinking. I need the guys to chime in. It's like, you look at a 6-year-old little girl and she look grown. How? What is grown about a 6-year-old? How they dress? Looking at them, how they dress. Because I guarantee you, this little girl cares nothing about what she has on. It's the parents that dress the kids. We like little colors. We like little bows. We like little whatever. But it's like the child gets the brunt of it, of you look grown, you look fast, you know. And I even feel like most men, most dads and most men are fearful of what other men will see when they see their daughters or nieces dressed like this. Which leads me to this question. What was these men doing to women that was so terrible that they're afraid that a man's gonna do that to their daughter? Or a man's gonna objectify them or something like that? Like, where did you get this thinking that, oh my God, if she go out here and her shorts are 4 fingers above her knee instead of 3? I don't know what is supposed to happen. Yeah, you might get catcalled. Somebody might try to holler, but I'm okay. And I'm talking about older. Now I'm in the teenagers, because if somebody catcall a child, I don't give a damn if she dressed inappropriate or not. You should just stomp him. But I'm just saying, like, once they start getting into that little age where they got a little shape and little boobs and stuff, and then the men just lose it. I don't understand. Nothing, friend. You just say,
I'm up. I'm honest. Let's be real. I have no justification for any of that. I believe that the reason that there are such heavy stipulations and such a tough stigma attached to dressing little black girls or little girls in general, right? I think it's such a heavy stigma. I agree 100% because of guys, and it's a lot of controversial things out there in social media right now. For example, when you have a male family member come over to the house, go put on some pants. You can't be in your shorts, but I can be in my shorts when he's not here. But when he's here, I have to put on some clothes. Why? Because you're concerned he's going to look at me.
Yeah. So I'm not the problem then.
He is the problem. He shouldn't be here.
The problem.
But that too. I am protective of my nieces. You know what I'm saying? So I do dress them a certain way, in a sense. Like, I didn't have a problem with the shorts and tank top, but I do dress them in a certain way where they're covered in certain places. And yes, it is because of men. It's because of men. And when they're out with me, my only responsibility is to ensure that I am not catering to those men. You get what I'm saying? Yes, they need to be held accountable, but I got to do my part too. So in turn, I am making sure that they're covered.
But then how do you express that to the child without making them feel like they're doing something wrong just existing. Because I have had little girls wish they were little boys for this reason.
Oh wow.
I have
Yeah.
had I have had little girls say like in preschool, I have heard preschoolers go, I wish I was a boy so I could wear this or I could dress this. And I also feel like this is part of the whole why like these kids feel so mhm. Yeah, that's true. The demeanor of the child would likely yeah. But I don't know. I've just seen it so much, and I've seen these kids hurt and young adults too. Like, don't like to be objectified because they're just naturally curvy or they have big boobs or they got a big butt. And let me tell you, I got one that's dragging the wagon. And but I know the way my family's set up, the way these genes go, her little body might not look that cute that much longer. And we like fashion. We like to dress. We like to do stuff. So my philosophy always with her and all of my girls is like, girl, wear it while you can, because your body probably ain't gonna stay like that for long. So
It's the fact that you said she's dragging a
she
wagon.
dragging the wagon. That girl dragging the wagon. You know she dragging the wagon, but. I can't say
But
nothing
no,
about you. You just take it so so hard. But I will say the same thing like you in certain instances. Like let's say she had on her little short shorts, and we going in my arch nemesis. I hate this place, Walmart. The level of ignorance that is up in Walmart, I have had many times where I tell my child, listen, it's not you. You're beautiful. God made you perfect. I said, but people are stupid. And so that mommy doesn't go to jail, I need you to tie your hoodie around your waist when we go in here.
listen, this is me. I don't necessarily say it. Well, I guess I do. I say it similar to that, but I'm like, unless you like me, you want to see me cut up in these people's store, or you want me, or if they come out and they have on like something that kind of shows their midriff, or the shorts is too short, or
Yeah.
the shorts is real short or something like that. I might say to them, I'm like, oh, so you want to see me cut up when we go out today? Cool, keep it on.
Yeah.
Please
Yeah.
keep it on.
Yeah.
And I'm like,
Yeah.
oh, you want to see me cut up? Got it.
Yeah.
Bet.
And granted, I feel like we're both talking about these kids at an older age. Like
Yeah.
let's give it 13 plus.
Yeah, 13 plus.
My issue is with the 12 and unders. Not even because now the
Yeah.
12-year-olds, because I feel like Lanaya been the same size since she was 11. So let's go 10 and up. But I'm just saying
Yeah, I was about to say because
the
one of my
younger
nieces.
children, the toddlers and the elementary school kids, like why are we adultifying them? Like why are we making them feel this way? Like before they even went through puberty.
Right. It's like you're not
And
dragging no wagon.
no, you're not even pushing a cart.
You
But
wearing a diaper.
but if we compare it to the less melanated community, I know I done seen some of them these little girls wearing shorts that I'm confused. How did you get in those?
Honey, toddlers and
How
tiaras.
did you get in those, and how are you going to get out? Do you need help?
Listen, you've seen I know y'all have seen the show on TLC or at least heard of Toddlers and Tiaras. And
Mm-hmm.
you've seen how they dress those girls up. They put veneers in their mouth, they do their
Yeah.
makeup, all of that.
Mm-hmm.
But nobody now I granted, yes, I know there are some people who are disgusted with Toddlers and Tiaras, but
Yeah.
that is not the resounding concern.
Yes.
It's
Yeah.
not a resounding concern, but our little
Mm-hmm.
girls can walk down the street in shorts and a crop top, and it is a resounding concern.
Yeah.
Because if you look at statistics, and I wish I would have saved this, but if you look at statistics, they say that little black girls, or black girls, I'm not gonna say little black girls, but black girls in general
Mm-hmm.
require less protection by age 5 by comparison to their non-melanated counterparts. And I don't understand how a 5-year-old little girl does not require protection.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
That part.
Yeah,
That
let's see here. Is lace front on a 4-year-old? Okay, so friend, did you see what I sent you? Did you see that I sent you the little girl who had her nails, her lashes, and her box braids
And she
at
had micro.
graduation? She
Yeah.
had micros. All right, so listen. Number one, mom creative, but number two, that to me, for me, I thought that was a bit much. We don't need to be putting no lash
Why
glue
though?
on this
Why
baby.
did you think it was a bit much?
Because what if the little girl rubs her eye and she
So
gets the
see,
lash in her
my
eye,
same thing.
or
I
or
thought it was too
something like
much.
that?
I thought it was too much because of science.
Right. She doesn't have enough self
Them
control not to hurt
lashes,
herself.
lashes aren't even good for our eyes.
Right.
Her little eyes is still developing, and I just felt like that was too much. The little tight braids on her little scalp was too much.
Her follicles aren't ready for that.
Like, she's not gonna have edges by the time she 10 if you keep doing her hair like that. Right. Those were my problems. The nails, if they were press on, hey, I'm for it. I thought it was cute.
Right. If they were press ons, cool. But if those were actually a set of acrylic,
yeah, like I felt like the things that were done to that little girl just weren't safe. And I'm pretty sure some of y'all saw it. It was the little girl at her preschool graduation, and somebody commented talking about something. Is she at her graduation or her child's? Because she was definitely sitting there looking like a little woman. But I just felt like the styles that were on her, like the lashes and the hair, was too much tension and too many. It was a risk factor of it could have been off, messed up her eyes or something like that. But I didn't feel like she was I go out there and about to steal somebody's daddy. I didn't feel like she was grown. She didn't look grown. She looked like a little girl with stuff that was too big for her, basically.
Basically,
I believe you could tell when it's a mother is dressing their daughter in comparison to her, opposed to, I think this would be cute on her.
You know what? I think I understand what he's saying. You could tell when a mother is trying to make a mini me versus when she's buying outfits saying, I think it would just be cute for my little girl. So if I'm trying to emulate my sex appeal on my child, because I'm wearing, the Playtex. I was about to say Playtex, y'all. That's definitely feminine hygiene. What is it? Spandex, like the leather little stretchy latex leggings.
Okay.
And they hug your body. And it's like I'm trying to be sexy, so I put my little shirt tie and all of that. But then if I take my 2-year-old and put her in the same outfit where I'm trying to look sexy, no. Like if it's something I'm putting on,
but it still doesn't make the 2-year-old look sexy.
Right. But what I'm saying is that I'm not gonna put my 2-year-old in lingerie either. You get what I'm saying? Granted, the 2-year-old might not look sexy in lingerie, but what I'm saying is I am not going to emulate my sex appeal for my 2-year-old. That's where I do have an issue as well. I agree with Stan, because if it's a situation where I'm putting on something intentionally attempting to be sexy, I should not be taking said same duplicated outfit and putting it on my toddler.
Okay,
because the reason I'm wearing it is
play devil's advocate on this one. I'm gonna play devil's advocate on this one because I have little girls. My friends have little girls, and this was something that would come up a lot. And I can't specifically say who, but and this is why I always say you should move the way you want your children to move, because your children are naturally gonna want to do what you do. And oftentimes just because I said so don't mean nothing, because they're still gonna find a way to do what they saw you do. Like, example, my mom arches her eyebrows, does her lashes. What did my 4-year-old do? Razored her whole freaking eyebrow off. I still to this day don't think that eyebrow ever grew back right. That eyebrow ain't never grow back right. But what I was saying was, if I play devil's advocate, okay, my daughter sees my outfit. Oh my God, mommy, you look so beautiful. I want to be beautiful like you.
Okay.
What's wrong with me making an age-appropriate copy of what I'm wearing?
Age-appropriate copy, not duplication.
And but I mean, okay, so what you just described, though, to me would be age-appropriate for anybody. You said leggings and a top.
Well, I couldn't think of anything off the top of my head, friend. I did the best I could. Dang. We got a commercial anyway, so finish this.
Okay, yeah, but I was saying that because I remember, and I don't know how to make this age-appropriate. But I remember a friend of mine bent over and her daughter saw the thongs. And she was like, what kind of panties are those, mommy? So she said, none of your business. She said, I wouldn't wear panties like that. Just as innocent. She had to be like 7. Just as innocent.
That little
But
girl was
like,
probably pulling her underwear up in her behind, like trying
right.
to
She tried to make it look like mommy's panties. And they was cute little thongs. They had a little heart in the middle. Like it looked cute. Like something a little
oh
girls
my
like
gosh,
lace.
my
They
heart.
like hearts. They like glitter.
They
Like they was cute.
do.
So she like, I want panties like that. She wasn't saying it because she wanted to be fast like her mama. Her mama was fast.
Right.
She wasn't trying to be fast like her mama. She just wanted it because, oh, it looks nice on mommy. I want to wear it too. So I feel like that's where this copying of adult clothes came from. If you have little girls, your little girls want to look like you. Okay,
Right.
so let's make a mini version.
Yeah. Okay. Like if you have the edited version, that's different. But like I mean, when I take something and I couldn't think of nothing off the top of my head, but if I took
No,
something,
I got you. No, you said it.
yeah,
Lingerie. I better not see no little kid in no lingerie.
there we go. So yeah, if it's like I'm putting it on to be sexy, I need to explain because
Or
now
with a
if I'm
bra
gonna
and a
do it,
sheer shirt over. No.
right. Like it's like if I'm going to take that step and live in my freedom, dress myself as I see fit, and my child sees it and says, Mommy, I want to do that too, then I need to at that time explain to my child that right now that is not the type of clothing, and mommy is wearing it for this reason, or mommy likes this for this reason, or maybe I'm feeling myself. You know what I'm saying? When I wear this.
Yeah.
But when you get older, it'll be more appropriate for you to wear that. You get what I mean? Like
Yeah.
I'm not going to if you're going to make that bold decision and be somebody's mama at the same time, you need to also make the bold decision to make sure they understand that it's not a flaw in them necessarily so much as it is not your time. Just like you're not going to get a 5-year-old's nose pierced. But here we go. So y'all, of course, we are brand ambassadors for Dianu Apparel. Now listen, hold up, Swole, before I do this part. If you haven't already, go ahead and hit that share button and make sure you share this with someone you care about, as well as hitting that thumbs up so that you can show us some love as well on this live. If you're watching the playback, take an opportunity now to go ahead and comment down below because we will be giving comment shout outs on our next episode. So if you didn't already know, we are brand ambassadors for Dianu Apparel. It is a Black-owned apparel company designed with African-inspired prints. It is woman-owned, woman-operated, woman-designed, and I mean Black fabulousness. So please go ahead and head over there and check out Dianu.com by clicking on the link down in our description box or using promo code Melanin Mindset at checkout. You will save 15% on all items, including clearance. So hang with us. We'll be right back, y'all. What's good, Mindset family? The Melanin Mindset is thrilled to announce we are the newest brand ambassadors for Dianu Apparel. Dianu Apparel is a Black-owned apparel company that offers trendy African-inspired prints in each and every garment. They're offering our listeners 15% off their purchases just by using promo code Melanin Mindset. There's something for him, there's something for her, and there's even something for the kids. So head right over to Dianu.com using the description link down below, or just simply enter Melanin Mindset at checkout and save today. Welcome back. If you hung with us, thank you so much. We absolutely appreciate you. Go ahead and take this opportunity to hit that share button if you haven't yet. So y'all, like we said, Dianu Apparel, and of course, until we get pictures from our Mindset family members showing us them in their Dianu apparel, we are going to continue to show this picture of naked.
I need to take some pictures in mine because I definitely have Dianu apparel.
Okay,
my picture.
I'm just saying,
my picture's not as cute as this.
Girl, I need you to upload the other outfits that they had because they definitely used promo code Melanin Mindset and got more than one outfit. So, but yeah, there they go. That is so cute. And yes, that is all Dianu everything. And yes, they are matching. Okay. Super cute. Now, y'all, don't forget we got Melanin Mindset merchandise as well. So comment down below if you'd like to purchase your Melanin Mindset gear. We got mugs, we got shirts, we got t-shirts and tank tops. I'm just saying. So please feel free to comment down below and let us know. Reach out to us on Facebook, inbox us, however you want to get connected, and you can get your Melanin Mindset gear too. So yeah, before we went to break though, we did have a comment. So Jimmy said, it's media capitalism and we shouldn't buy that inappropriate stuff. Right. But to the parent that does, why is it that if they deem it appropriate for their kid, like how Kia was saying Fashion Nova outfits and Shein, like the adjustments of the Fashion Nova
Mm-hmm.
outfits for the little kids, it's there. And like she said, some kids look at their mom and they're like, "Oh, I want to wear that," and then they find
Yeah.
an appropriate version that's similar to. But
Mm-hmm.
I don't. I know in modeling and things like that, like the little girls are wearing like fishnets and stuff like that. But I don't think on a regular day that it would be appropriate for me to put fishnets on my 2-year-old with a mini
Yeah,
skirt and stuff like that. You get what I'm saying? Um,
absolutely.
but it's like, where do
I
we
know she
draw
go
the
2 year
line?
old fishnets. Now I might have had a problem with that.
All right. So what about appropriate age?
Number three. Number three.
Number 3.
Yeah, on the document.
Oh, can boys be fast? Oh, so guys, help us out. Can boys also be fast? How
Like,
can
why is it so much pressure on like girls to keep girls, little girls? Like, is it such thing as a boy who's being fast or being too grown or Now I know when it comes to like the whole talking back thing, yeah. But I mean, like, can a boy dress inappropriately? Can a boy be, insinuating that I'm grown by what I wear?
I hate to see those pictures where the ladies be having their little boys wearing their pants sagging. I hate that so much. And I'm
This
not saying that it's fast. I just hate it because I hate to see a grown man with his pants sagging.
this question right here. Are kids trying to grow up too fast? I'm going to answer it two ways. Yes and no. Um yes, the kids that are trying to grow up too fast are trying to grow up too fast because they feel like they can't do certain things that their older siblings, cousins, friends can do.
Right.
Or like, my 5-year-old couldn't stay up as late as my 15-year-old. So then my 5-year-old's like, I can't wait until I grow up. Yes, in that instance, yes. But my 18-year-old who might be driving and or I'm even go older, like if my 25-year-old who is sexually active, no, my 8-year-old is not trying to go out and screw. You know what I'm saying?
I
Like, I
got you. I
feel like
follow
when
now.
they
Yes.
say they trying to grow up too fast, men immediately associate growing up with almost cuss having sex. But it's like there is more to life than that. Like there's a lot more to growing up. Like some kids just want they little show that they like goes off at 11, but they gotta be in bed at 9:30, so they miss it. So like sometimes it's just that, like, oh, I can't wait till I grow up because of those things. And I tell you, my nephew want to grow up so bad because there's so many inappropriate things for his age on YouTube and TikTok, but he sees his older cousins on YouTube and TikTok, so he wants to grow up. But I'm like, baby, no, you don't. You really don't. Trust me, you don't.
I'm gonna comment on what Stan said, but hold on, don't put it on the screen yet. All right.
Mm-hmm.
So to that point, right? To that point, like you said, I can't wait till I grow up. But then there are like it's a lot of innocence that is correlated with that as well. Like they don't quite understand the depths of what it is that they're asking for, and they don't realize the smaller you are, the more sleep your body requires. So in that instance, like how we were saying with the whole questioning adults, we kind of took a little spin off at the beginning and talked about questioning adults. So do you take the time, because you're using your nephew as an example, do you take the time to explain to him why his bedtime is earlier?
Yeah,
So what do you
yes.
like? So you do explain it to him. You don't get offended. You just go ahead and explain it to him.
I have explained it, but I've
Uh,
explained and I might explain it twice. After that, it's go to bed. Don't ask me no more.
okay,
Like, what
got
you
it.
turn memory loss? Did you forget what I said the last time?
I can't deal. I can't deal. But yeah, taking that minute to try to explain it. And I'm definitely a 2 times, 3 times you out type of person too.
Mm-hmm.
So I will
Mm-hmm.
explain. I do. I explain myself. I explain myself. I explain myself. And then after that, no, no.
Yeah. And it's
Because
even like to the like you see how hard it is for you to get up when we let you stay up late. You have school. You have to be up. So You want to feel better when you wake up. You don't want to feel like it's painful to wake up. So go to
Right.
bed at a decent hour. If you tell the truth, all of us need to go to bed at a decent hour.
That
But
part.
the difference is when we don't go to bed at a different hour, we have to deal with the consequences.
Right.
Whereas
And you're not at
with
a place where
you,
you.
child, who I'm responsible for, if you don't get up at a certain hour, again, I got to deal with with the repercussions. So
That part.
you're gonna help me out by taking your little behind to sleep.
So Stan said, I'm witnessing a lot of parents forcing their kids to grow up fast. So Stan, I want to make a comment to this because of the latchkey kid. You know, the
Mm-hmm.
latchkey kids, the kids who their parents may be a single parent or maybe both parents have to work. You know what I
Mm-hmm.
mean? And they're in those situations where they have to go home and get themselves in the house and things like that. Yes, there are instances that are beyond the control of a parent sometimes, where
Yeah.
they really need that kid to unfortunately take on a responsibility that a normal 8-year-old might not need to, you know?
But you know what? Those
But it's a
types of
case
things,
by
I
case
don't.
basis too.
It is case by case, but some of
Yeah,
those things, them daggone kids need to be doing. I don't care how old your kid is. You give them responsibilities at their level. So,
right,
okay, 4-year-old, it's time to do laundry. If you can't do nothing but drag that basket to the washing machine, you're gonna do this is your portion of doing the laundry. And then it builds as they get older. You give them more responsibility because there are a lot of people out here saying like, oh, they too young, don't give them that responsibility. Well, what age do you start giving them responsibility? Because
right.
now what I'm seeing, you know, like I told you, I taught adults, and these adults were in their early like 19 and up. And these are some of the dumbest people on the planet. And it's because you got these parents out here who keeping them as children for so long without giving them any type of responsibility or any type of you need to grow up. And then they turn 18, 19, 20, and you don't have a choice. You're grown now. Your mama can't call and make your appointments. Your mom can't come up here and talk to me at a teacher conference because of FERPA. Like, I can't tell your mom how your grades are going. Only you know, and you the one that need to fix it. So you at a certain point, you do have to give them these responsibilities so that when they're on now they're an adult, it's not like a shock. Like, yeah, I don't know how to call the doctor. I don't know how to, check my bank account. Like, teach them that before they're 18. Because
So
I had so many that just didn't know how to do simple stuff.
right. So Stan said it's a difference between teaching and forcing. So I think he's leaning more towards the fact where, and Stan, please correct me if I'm wrong, but you've seen and we've all seen, and I don't have children, so I can't say that I've done this per se. I
Mm-hmm.
have been in a position where I had to take care of my little brother and sister before, but imagine being a 13-year-old and you can't go and sit out front of your house with your friends because you're stuck at home babysitting, or you have to see after your younger siblings and things like that, or you have to your mom wants to go out, so now you're stuck and you've got to do these things instead of being able to be a child at that time. You get what I'm saying? I think he's leaning more toward where you're forced to deal with certain responsibilities that wouldn't necessarily be your responsibility, if you know what I'm saying. Like, I get your older siblings babysitting because that does help teach that responsibility level, you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But making their day-to-day task be they get up and prepare breakfast for the whole house, lunch for the whole house, dinner for the whole house, clean the house, change their baby brother or sister's diapers, make sure everybody's clothes get washed and do stuff like that. What is the
Mm-hmm.
parent doing? Like, make sure the younger sibling doesn't get into trouble, make sure of all of these things. Yes, as they progress in age, like you said, at an appropriate age, yes, you should be responsible for taking care of certain things and you should be able to experience certain things, because as a woman, period, it was important for me to
Mm-hmm.
learn how to change a diaper. Like, let's just be honest. At some point, I need to learn how to change a diaper. Okay.
Yeah. And
So
hopefully
with
it's
that,
not when you have a baby.
right. So I need these skills, but what I think he's saying is when it's forced on that person, like when they don't have the option to at least be 13 sometimes. You get what I mean? And now it's like always I'm responsible for this. And I have experienced children who are in those particular situations. And I'll just say primarily in church, where I've dealt with these kids, and they actually, a lot of kids don't be, they gripe and groan and moan and complain because they got to sit in Bible study, or they got to sit in this class or whatever. But then you've got these kids that really look forward to it. Why? Because it's the only time that they're not responsible for their whole house. You get what I mean? And so you've got the two-edged sword. There's that. So we got a few things in the chat here. Let's go ahead and bring them up, friend.
I teach responsibility and accountability all day. You cannot just expect children to grasp it. It must be repetitive. Agreed. Definitely agreed.
Absolutely.
A responsible parent that works has a lot of stuff to go, or a parent that just wants to party and wants to push these kids out the house. I do feel like there's a big difference. And unfortunately, sometimes if I am a parent that's working, and you might have to have more responsibility than your friend who mama stay at home all day. So those types of differences occur. But I don't know that I've ever experienced someone who just blatantly pushes their children to be adults because they don't want to. It's usually some other circumstance, like we said, work, illness. If you have a parent that's on drugs, of course the kids end up running the house themselves. But just somebody who's level-headed, just pushing their responsibilities off on something else, I personally have only seen on TV. I haven't come across personally. Now I know, like you said, you've seen it in church, but I also don't do people that much, so maybe that's why I come. Because if you already, because somebody who does that to me is already somebody who, is who does not have the characteristics of somebody who I would want to hang with, be with, converse with. So if I already see that inkling, all I got to see is a little bit, and I ain't got to deal. I probably won't never meet your kids. So
it was different. It was different for me with dealing with some of those kids, and as well in the school system. So I did that for quite some time too. So experiencing those different types of children, it's like little Johnny can't tie his shoes, but then you got Sarah over here tying little Johnny's shoes and making sure his shirt is tucked in properly. Why? Because at home Sarah has to get everybody dressed for school because the mom doesn't want to get up until it's time for them to walk out the door. So Sarah has to get up, wake up everybody. Like, why is that her responsibility? And she's 10. Why does she have to wake up everyone in the house? Like, I could understand your 10-year-old being trained to hear their alarm clock and get up. Let's be honest, mom and dad, just a public service announcement. I really wish they would have let me or made me use an alarm clock when I was a kid. Because I'm going to tell you right now, your girl
to this day, it still don't work. Okay? To this day, it does not work.
Listen, when I was a kid, my dad, like clockwork, when it was time for school, daddy would come and hit the bottom of your foot, okay? And no, he didn't hit us like that, okay? But he came in, he would just hit the bottom of your foot, and it's like, oh, I'm up, get dressed. All right, go on and get dressed. Don't miss the bus. Let's go, And then if you doze back off, he coming back. He's your snooze button. All right, come on, get up. Next time he come back, he's sliding the blanket off the bed. Okay. And so daddy went through all of those motions to get us up in the morning. And he made it, my dad could be in his pajamas and his robe still trying to get us to wake up. And he would start early enough in the day to where we still wouldn't miss the bus.
Mr. Colbert, it did not serve her well. It did not serve her well. So, look at LaJaya. She even know. We all was just listening to this alarm. And I'm like, this joker really not gonna get up. Like, she is not getting up. That alarm, and it is obnoxious. It is loud, and it is obnoxious, and that joker ain't move.
Y'all, if when I'm asleep, I'm gone. Okay, when I'm asleep, I am asleep. I have to change up the sounds. I have to adjust the noise. Like I have one song on one day, one song on another day. Because if it's the same consistent sound, I will not hear it. I will sleep through it, or I'll dream it. Right? I'll be dreaming, and it's like I'm searching everywhere trying to make the sound stop, and my behind is not waking up. Okay? So, but yeah, it's like as an adult now, that is a problem. If I don't go to sleep at a reasonable time, I'm not waking up to no
So
alarm.
bad. She's terrible.
So yeah, like
So
shoot, I
bad.
overslept this morning. Y'all, I was in Orlando this morning and I just got home at noon or something like that. I was supposed to be up at 2 out the door. I
Yeah.
got up at about a quarter till 4, something like that. We got up late.
And
And
calling her don't help. Calling her don't help either. Because I definitely called her to try to wake her up. It didn't work.
no. It serves absolutely zero purpose. And I'm just going to be
Mhm.
honest with you. If you know me, you know. But yeah, so as a kid, oh, listen, Kia knocked on the door like the feds one time. My husband could have peed himself, but we're not going to talk about that. We're not going to talk about that. We're not going to talk about
Mhm.
that. But yeah, but it's so much other stuff on the list, friend, and our hour is
No,
almost
no. We actually did. We started down at the bottom and then worked back up. We actually went over most of this.
gone.
So
Okay, cool.
let's just talk about this. Let's talk about speech.
Yeah, hit a couple things real quick and we'll be out.
How do you know there's this people talking baby talk to little kids? Like, does that make them, I don't know, like certain babies I feel like laugh and they're probably laughing at you, but it's more satisfaction to me just watching the baby laugh.
Right?
But I'm pretty sure they laughing like, what is this idiot doing? Body part names. Did you
Oh man, girl, I grew up, and I can say this on YouTube, and they not gonna censor us because it don't even sound right. But I grew up calling it a cuda pack, and when I got older, I found out a cuda was a fish, and I'm like, so you're calling it a fish pack? Like I feel a type of way.
mine was a
So
pocketbook.
listen, nope, that, and then I've heard kids call it a cookie, and you can't say that little Jeremy touched my cookie because. Well, then Jeremy, don't touch our cookies. Really, leave our cookies
Yeah,
alone.
because now you're hearing something that you
And you
taught
don't
this child
correlate.
and you don't correlate it at the time, but then something happens down the line and then you go back like, wait, when she came and said that, like my kids have always had penises and vaginas. I don't think I've ever, and in the other words, the other bad ones that I won't say, but no, I didn't have any cute names for it. I didn't.
One niece in particular, I did. I taught her it was a vagina, and but the only term that we used other than that, but she was very clear it was a vagina. But the
Yeah.
only other term we used was her business, because it's like don't
Yeah,
mind my
yeah, yeah,
business.
yeah, yeah,
And
yeah.
so I would always tell her, like, if she had her legs up and you could see her underwear, I'd be like, girl, you got your business in the street.
Got her business in the street. Yeah, I understand that.
And so that was something but she knew it was a vagina though. I'll
Mm-hmm.
tell you that right now. She knew it was her vagina. But I'd be like, you got your business in the street, sis.
Yeah, yeah,
And she'd be like,
yeah,
oh,
yeah.
she'll pull it down,
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
and that's something I say to all my nieces. I'd be like, oh, so we got our business in the street today. Okay, got it. You know,
Yeah,
like that. And that was
yeah.
probably the only, but no, they know their breasts, not their
Mm-hmm.
titties. Now they know what titties are,
Yeah, now I've
but
said
they
titties,
know,
but they know they
yeah,
breast.
they know their breasts and they know their
Mm-hmm.
vagina. And
What is a geek, a G geek, and
oh, and Crow a Gigi. Oh man, your Gigi is that is a how babe. Tell me if I'm that's a Haitian term for a penis.
Okay,
Yeah,
okay,
babe,
but
is that actual or is that like a term? Like,
mm,
help me out. I don't know if that's actual or if that's a term, but Gigi is. Are we silencing him for 5 minutes? Well, we only got 5 minutes left. Um, but yeah, I don't know if Gigi is the actual word or if it is a like a term they use or not. But who knows? But yeah.
yeah.
Oh boy, a juki, the juki. Y'all, what are some other terms that you've used? What are some other terms? We got pocketbook.
I had a friend. I had a friend. Hers was a spoomy. Don't know. Have no idea what was the origin. She didn't either. She just knew it was her spoomy.
Okay, I've heard pocketbook and purse. I've heard cookie.
Mm-hmm.
Um, Cuda.
Cuda. That just sounds nasty. That just sounds so bad.
Listen, cooter or cootie.
Mm-hmm.
What are some other things that you all have that you've heard?
That's
But
not the
have
bad
you
word.
heard? Right, that's not the curse word. Not the curse word. Your lady.
Okay,
Okay.
your lady.
But oh, we bullshit your lady. Okay, your lady. I like that.
I'm
Ham.
done.
All right, friend. What else we got on this
All
list?
right, yeah, we're moving
Clearly,
on.
our
Not
viewers
the
are not
hammer.
mature enough.
We talk about for children. Ain't nobody teach their child to call it the hammer.
Oh gosh. Oh, nails, friend. What about nails? Do you
We
feel
did
like
kind
there's
of
a
talk about that when we was talking
we did
about
we
the
talked
little
about the little
girl.
girl, but
Yeah.
is there a standard for? Oh Lord, this is my auntie Vicky.
Auntie Vicky say your lady.
Well, let's wrap this portion up now. This
Yeah, no, the nails. I just remember with nails. Now my aunties. I used to polish my nails all the time, but I remember a friend. My daughter at the time, her favorite color was red. You know, kids, their favorite color change every month. And she's like, "Oh no, you can't get red. You're too young to get red." And I was like, "Why is she too young to get red?" And she was like, "Oh no, my mom and my grandma, no, you would never paint your nails red." And I'm going, "What did red do? Did red do something that I don't know about?" I mean, on the color, all I knew was one of the primary colors. Are we not allowed to wear primary colors? Like I don't know. It was a lot. I was confused.
What was it? Somebody last week said something about the woman of the night. Yeah, the red nails represent the woman of the night. But yeah, no, I don't know. The colors to me are really cute. I don't see any dilemma with that. I think it streamlines or it correlates, should I say, not streamlines. It's correlated with the whole looking at them as more adult if their nails are red, or looking at them like more adult if they have these certain, like pink is for little girls and red is for women. Like I don't, those are the things that I struggle with when we got this topic together, because I was definitely taught from young that the red nails, the fake nails, the all of that. I didn't get my first set of nails till I was 16, and I haven't stopped since, honey. But I haven't got my I didn't get my nails until I was 16.
Red is the color for floozies. I'm so
Yeah,
done.
for floozies. There we go. But yeah, I didn't get my nails done until I was 16, and that was not negotiable in our house. You get what I'm saying? That was not an option. And so I didn't have any beef with it. It actually gave me something to look forward to. And there are a couple of things in that aspect that are indeed exciting, to give them these milestones at these different phases in life.
I agree with that. Like when you get this age, you're going to be able to do this. I do agree with that, but I don't agree with you making it seem like it's something bad. Because now if you told me wearing red nails is for floozies and hussies, I don't ever want to wear red nails, even if it sets my outfit off. I am on, and if I see somebody with red nails, now I'm automatically gonna have this judgment about them because my nana said red nails is for floozies.
My mama said, my mama said,
she must be a floozy. You know,
right.
I feel like it's.
I think it really does come down to you being willing to explain
I just would be
things.
like, no, it's just no, and it's no, and it's just no. So I never would make it seem like it was because of this or that, because if you go back into, I can't think of how long, but if you go back long enough, pink used to be for boys.
Right.
You know?
Right. It was the president's wife where it switched.
Were for boys.
Yep.
Dresses were for boys who were of parents who were of an elite status. And then it switched. So who's to say?
She said, "I'm sorry, I fell asleep. I want to talk about girls dressing like boys." That's going to be another topic. That'll be a different topic.
Because you know me, I'm gonna say, what does that mean?
Yeah, we're not going. We running out of time. We running out of time.
Why do we give a certain dress code to a certain sex? Sex is what I want to say.
Gender.
Right? Do I want to say gender?
I think. Wait.
Girl, I don't know, because they got too many rules now.
It's a lot. I'm sorry. I'm on. We're gonna have to look that up and get it together. I don't know.
Look, I agree with this right here. This is what. Yes, we do. And the people who giving us therapy need therapy too.
That part. Friend, did you see what I sent you? It's talking about some parents are upset. Like our parents are mad at us because we're raising our kids differently from how they raised us. But what they don't realize is all they had to teach us about were the birds and the bees. Now I got to teach my kids about the birds and the bees, and the bees and the bees, and the birds and the birds, and the birds that used to be bees, and the bees that want to be birds. And it's like I got to teach them about the birds that look like bees but still have a stinger. You know, I mean, the bees that look like birds but still have a stinger. And she was just going on and on. And she was like, you don't understand. It's like, I got to pick my battles at this point.
Yeah.
So yeah. I'm just going to pose the question, friend. We don't really have to dive into this, but on the whole situation with when little girls can date versus when boys can start dating, is there a separation?
Yeah. For me, no. I think for me, I look at my child's maturity level, what's going on in their life at the time, all of that. It ain't got nothing to do with a number of age. Now I do think that, like when we were talking about the younger children, like 10 single digits, 10, 11, 12, like it's your friend. Like it's your friend. Yeah, it's my girlfriend. But I mean, most of the time they're innocent about what they're saying anyway. We kind of overthink it, you know?
Right. You got to meet them where they at. I think that's what you're saying as a whole. Just meet them where they at.
Yeah.
But yeah, if you have any thoughts on this and you're watching the playback, please do not hesitate to leave a comment down below. If you tuned in with us live tonight and you really have something to get off your chest, go ahead and drop that comment down below once we're done being live. And who knows, you just might get featured in next episode with your comment. Friend, I know we have a tip of the week here on the document, but I feel like you put it on there. So do you want to go ahead and give it to the people?
Yeah, sure. The tip of the week is be the example. Kids do what they see, not what they say. Be the person you want them to be. And don't, and my addendum, I got an extra one to that. Don't allow other people to label your children. Don't allow other people to say, oh, your child's doing too fast. So that is your child. You're bringing them up. If you see things in your child like that, that has always been my prayer. Like, Lord, don't let evil spirits come in and define who my children are. Like, they are filled with you and nobody else. That's it.
Facts. And friend, I don't have nothing to sprinkle on that. But I do have a question. Could you hear the applause this time?
I heard the applause. I did hear the applause.
All right. Yeah, I had to give it to you, girl. I wish I could have gave you a slow clap. But yeah, that's absolute facts. And on that note, friend, we is out of here. We'll see y'all next week. Wait. Hold up. Next week, Monday is after Christmas.
Maybe. Y'all stay tuned to the Instagram and the Facebook post. We're gonna let you know if we have an episode. You'll see that it's coming up. If we're not, we're gonna cancel it, and you'll see the Merry Christmas thing. So we'll let you know.
Friend,
it just depends on how well Christmas goes. Depends on how well Christmas goes.
If Christmas,
I don't know. We're gonna be together, so
yeah, y'all. We're gonna be together for Christmas, so we're gonna do content overload. We might
just go live, goofing off. Yeah, or something. I don't know. We'll see.
Stay tuned and you'll find out. Y'all have a blessed one. Merry Christmas to all those who celebrate. Happy Hanukkah to all of those who also celebrate. And get ready for Kwanzaa, because you already know the Melanin Mindset is celebrating.
That's why we were supposed to do it, because it's going to be the first day of Kwanzaa.
That part. So y'all, we're going to holler back at y'all. We'll see you. I guess we'll see you Monday. We love you. Deuces.
Bye.